Greetings, everyone. So today I wanted to talk about narcissistic mask falls off. So in order for the narcissist to create an image or a narrative that everyone believes that they are, like I talked about being on a stage, like a show, they have to work at it constantly. But beneath this facade is who they really are. And the narcissist can't keep it up for too long, especially like if it was in a dating situation, a person might get, it could be a man or a woman getting love bomb, love bomb, love bomb, love bomb. You think you're in like some kind of fantasy land, everything's beautiful, everything has daisies and flowers, we're drinking wine every night, oh, we're going to Italy, we're going to France, etc. And then, which is exhausting for anyone to keep up that type of facade, but 3 months into this crazy love bombing stage, boom, the mask falls off. And let's say it was a woman dating a man, because for me it's easier since I'm a woman, I can explain that easier. So if it's a woman dating a man, and then, he's been treating her like a queen, oh, you're my baby, I love you, ain't nobody else, meanwhile he's texting and talking to other women, cheating on this new love interest. And then, boom, he just starts going off. Like, why the fuck did you make my coffee without cream? Like, you know that I like the Italian roast. Like, what is wrong with you? And then you're shocked. You're like, oh my God, what is going on? And honestly, for the person who's getting the abuse, that is your test. Like, that should be your first sign to get the fuck out of Dodge. So what I've noticed, especially, I just talk about like a lot of nonprofit stuff because I worked in that kind of field for a long time, various jobs. And I noticed when I found like a fake virtue signaling narcissist, they virtue signal all the time. Oh, I helped that girl when her husband left her and she was by herself with 3 babies on her own. And if it wouldn't have been for me, I don't think she would have made it. And they pull at people's heartstrings, especially like if you're in a community of kind-hearted people. And it also can be the virtue signaler can be a man. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And all this shit. And you're treating this person like he's a cool dude because he's got you tricked. And it seems like he's a cool dude. And then all of a sudden, he starts acting weird and irritable, sourpuss face, really quiet, not talking to everyone, withdrawing. That's like narcissistic sulking. And it's also like, to me, narcissistic injury. Something in their false ego, the storyline that they're trying to create, didn't go the way they wanted it to. And you will see the narcissistic mask come off. Hold on. Of course, I ate stuff I'm not supposed to eat. Somebody's having issues here. So meanwhile, they're showing everyone, oh, look at how wonderful I am. Oh, Tommy, how are you? And they really have that weird-ass voice. Man, I've noticed that. And Ollie Matthews talked a lot about that whiny-ass voice. Be careful of that. And so they got everybody hoodwinked. But underneath everything, this facade, they're going and triangulating, they are gossiping, they are talking about people, they are biting the hand that feeds them. And that is because narcissists at their core are insecure. And all of us, I mean, we all have insecurities. I mean, I do. But the thing about a narcissistic, manipulative person is when they feel insecure, they can't feel that feeling. They can't sit with it. They can't change things. They can't try to address the reasons why they feel insecure. They have to push it off to other people. It's weird. I don't really understand it. It's kind of weird, but they project all their insecure feelings onto other people. Like if they don't feel good about themselves, they'll start, let's say, okay, I'm just going to use this just for example. It's kind of a weak example, but let's just say the narcissist has a weight issue that they want to lose weight. So instead of dealing with their weight issue, they are going to talk to their friends, especially women, because women, we all have like issues around, weight and our figure and all that. They are going to say, did you put on some weight there? Really weird. Because they want to project the insecure feelings about themselves onto other people. It's almost like if you had a suitcase and that suitcase is your insecurities, you're going to hand it off to someone else because you can't hold the insecurities. You can't deal with it. So, and what I've noticed with the super virtue signalers, they signal. I've fallen for it. I've fallen for 1,000,000 times. I'm an empath. So if somebody's presenting themselves to me as a kind-hearted person, that they love to help puppies in the road, that they, feed the homeless, and what else? They love babies, all this really over the top stuff. And that's the thing about the narcissist is it's always really, really over the top. It's never like you or I, we feel good about helping people and we do talk about it, but we don't talk about it from a standpoint of, look at me, 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 what I'm doing. And then if you do fall for it, like I have, you praise them because it's like you feel like this person's such a good guy. And then you know what? The narcissist is kind of like they're imploding because it's really difficult for them to keep up the fake act. And I was witnessing this in someone not, just recently. And it's too difficult for them to keep up this pretense, this facade, this lie, this story. And because they never, when I tell you narcissists never take responsibility, they never take responsibility. I was just thinking about this the other day regarding this narcissist I had dealt with. And they did some really nasty things to me. And I was just thinking about some things, and I said to myself, man, they never did apologize. And then I laughed. I said, yep, that because they're a narcissist. And, some narcissists will give a fake apology if it makes them look better to the press or whatever it is. But I took a really nice nature walk today. It's beautiful here. And I was just thinking about that, how the virtue signaling and the love bombing, they go hand in hand. To me, they do. And that's what gets people. Who doesn't want to be friends with a person that's helping the world? But where you should question things is when they have to tell everybody about it all the time. Now, I don't mean I don't mean like somebody who's organizing something, or like, I'm trying to use an example. Because there are leader types. I don't mean those people, because thank goodness we have people like that that'll step up to the plate and say, I'll do it. And then if it becomes overwhelming, they delegate and they try to get help. And people who lead tend to be really big targets a lot of times. And I'm kind of a leader myself, but by no means am I perfect. It's happened to me numerous times in my life. But it's always with the narcissist way more than suits the situation. And you'll start to see the mask fall off. And you'll see things, you're like, what's going on here? Like something's weird. Something's off. And it always is. And I personally feel like the narcissistic rage, narcissistic spiral, it's all intertwined with the mask coming off. Man, nothing that they can't stand more is when a person sees them for who the demonic spirit that they are. They hate it. I personally feel like inside, they know that they're not a good person. They know it. Because if you were really a nice, good, loving, humble human being, why would you always have to go out of your way to make people think that? Like, why would it be something that you constantly have to draw attention to? Unless it's fake. So, that's my thoughts about that for now. And most definitely I have more on my mind. For some reason, my narcissist videos are not high on the views yet, but maybe it'll take some time. Usually my narcissist videos get 500 to 600 views, and I appreciate you guys listening. So I hope that was helpful, and everyone go out and live a narcissist-free day. Peace.